on Juice and Java, we will have all the latest juicy news in the squeeze.
We'll take a look at what's hot in Syracuse this upcoming week with the Brew.
And What the Health is here to share some tips on how to get that summer body.
Juice and Java starts right now. Good morning, Syracuse, and welcome to Juice and Java. I'm Rebecca Thornberg.
And I'm Jackie Prager. Let's get started with the squeeze. Well, Prince fans are anxiously waiting to find out what caused the death of the music legend this past Thursday. Prince was last seen around 8 p.m. at his home in Minnesota. A staff member found him unresponsive in the elevator the next morning. Paramedics arrived and pronounced him dead at 10:07 a.m. Carver County Sheriff Jim Olson said in a press conference Friday that Prince's body had no obvious signs of trauma when he was found. On Friday, an autopsy was conducted, but it may take up to 2 weeks before the results are completed. Olson says the investigation is still ongoing and they will leave no stone unturned. Now, this is such a big event in the media, and it's so unfortunate just to hear that he passed away.
It's so sad, and I know many people were such big fans of him, and he was so influential in the music industry, so it's just very sad.
And the whole situation is very bizarre because he just was doing shows live, and he was seen out and about, but I know there was rumors saying that he was suffering from the flu, but it's unknown whether he was even taking medication, which might have been a cause.
And the thing is, too, is once they come out with the real reason for his death, I think all the rumors are going to be shot down. So now everyone's just speculating, trying to find out what actually happened. And
hopefully we find out that it was just a natural death and it was just very unfortunate.
Yeah. And in other celebrity news, Kelly Ripa will return to work on Tuesday after she skipped work one day this week and then had a little vacation over the weekend. ABC announced that Ripa's co-host Michael Strahan will be leaving the Live with Kelly and Michael show to be a full-time host for Good Morning America. Ripa did not know about the move until it was announced publicly. Both Ripa and Strahan will be back on Tuesday, and we should expect a little bit of chatter about the situation on the show. So this is just lots of drama going on for ABC right now.
Another huge talk in the media.
Yes.
I mean, the way that she handled it, going just completely radio silent, it was a little shocking, I have to say.
I know. And in her defense, too, not knowing this is a big move, this is going to change her show completely, her career completely. So it is kind of sad that they didn't tell her of what was happening.
You would think, being such a big part of the show and having already lost one co-host previously, that they would at least have the decency to give her a little bit of a heads up.
And I hope, too, on Tuesday's show they do talk about what happened exactly, what are the feelings, and Michael and Kelly are great co-hosts together, so I hope this doesn't create tension between them or ruin their friendship as well.
Well, I wonder what's then going to be the future of the show, who the new face is going to be, and how that transition is going to work, because being co-host on a show, you have to have good chemistry and find the right person if you want to keep those good ratings up. So.
And it's a very successful show, too, so we'll see what happens.
It'll be interesting to see how Good Morning America changes as well.
Exactly.
But I'm sure Michael's great, so he'll be a good addition to the show.
I agree.
Yeah, well, in other celebrity news, Queen Bee has finally given her fans some answers to the flying rumors around her February performance. Beyoncé released her album Lemonade exclusively on Tidal following her HBO special of the same name last night. The HBO special was an ode to Black women along with Beyoncé's personal life story. The album includes 12 songs and a corresponding short film. Fans will be able to see Beyoncé perform her Formation World Tour starting on April 27th. Now, I listened to the album last night and I was blown away. It's, of course, nothing short of what Beyoncé can come out with.
Of course, and she's not afraid to hold anything back as well. She's going to put everything out there, her personal life, her political views, anything, she's willing to sing about it.
She's very very influential, and it's really important to see, especially in the video on the HBO special. You know, she had even the mothers of Trayvon Martin and Michael Brown
Very
come
powerful.
out, and it's just, she had references to Black Lives Matter, and it's really important. I think she really wants to get her message across, and it'll be interesting to see the discussions around it and what that brings up.
And I think so many people look up to Beyoncé, and she's one of many celebrities that do come out with what they believe and how they believe in it, and I just think it's great to see someone taking a stand for what they believe in, because a lot of people do look up to her and what she does.
And I'm sure she'll probably win an award or two, or at least be nominated for her album because it is Beyonce.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, she's fantastic. Well, in other news, be sure to take a look at your money because a few of the bills are getting a facelift. Treasury Secretary Jack Lew is proposing to redesign the $10, $20, and $5 bills. Lew plans to add a montage of women who were involved in the American suffrage movement to the back of the bill. The bill is set to enter circulation in 2020. Tubman would be the first black woman to front a U.S. banknote. The proposed $5 bill will keep Abraham Lincoln on the front and will add the Lincoln Memorial to the back, surrounded by portraits of individuals who organized historic events, including Martin Luther King Jr. The $20 and $5 bill will design has not been given a date to enter circulation. I think this is so awesome. Finally changing it up, and I think it's so funny too, and it's kind of like just a great thing to have, replacing Andrew Jackson, who had slaves, with a very powerful woman, influential woman, who took a stand against slavery and tried to end.
Yeah, well, it'll be good because he's at least still will be on the back, and he'll have a little bit, but it's good that we're bringing light into our history and what actually America was built on, and it's showing how the progress and the people who influenced our country so much, and I think it's really important.
And to recognize those people who did so much, and to put on money, nothing's more important than money. So
right, but what's even cooler, I think, is that it's going to have also a tactile feature on it, so that'll be for the visually impaired, which is great too, going along with the inclusion.
I completely agree.
Yeah, well, in other news, if you were thinking of moving across the pond, the time is now. A new study, researchers at the Center for Disease and Control and Prevention compared the death rates of many high-income countries to America's death rates. The study shows that men and women in the U.S. live 2.2 years less than people of other countries with similar economies, including Great Britain and Germany. The study finds that some reasons for the younger life expectancy are drug poisonings, gun injuries, and motor vehicle crashes. So I know that this is a little bit saddening.
I know, it's kind of just like, wait, what? I thought America was the best, blah, blah, blah. You know how everyone talks about that, but looks like we just got to step up our game and just become more healthy.
I think with a lot of the different health issues that there's so many things that we can control that we clearly can't with car crashes. So it's a little frightening, but hopefully that this won't deter people from moving away.
Or maybe we could live more like the Europeans do. I know they take lots of naps during the day, sometimes for some countries, or even just enjoy life a little more.
I think that's what people need to take away is de-stress, and things will come and it'll be okay, and just live your life and be in the moment.
And just be happy and enjoy everything that you can, because you never know.
Yeah, but I think that it is important that we need to be aware at least of, you know, car accidents, especially with texting and driving and all those different movements going on, just especially since that's one of the leading causes to be aware.
Just be more conscious about our health and what we're doing with our bodies and stuff like that, definitely. And of course, the ACC lacrosse tournament is set for this weekend, and both the men's and women's teams are ranked in the top 5. The men came in at number 4 and will face number 16 North Carolina on Friday at 6 in Georgia. The women are the defending champs of the ACC title as well, and this year they are ranked number 2. They are scheduled to face number 7 Boston College this Friday at 5 in Virginia. I am so excited for both these teams. They have come out really strong at the ending of the season, so I really hope they go all the way again.
I'm just excited to get the chance to cheer for another Syracuse team.
I know.
To have gone this far in the championships after we just watched the Final Four and got through that entire shocking championship. I really think that it's good that we have someone else to root for.
And the men played North Carolina and have beaten them before, so they have a good chance. Unfortunately, the women did lose to Boston College when they played them in the regular season. So I think the women have gotten better over the course of the season, so I'm really excited to see how they play in this game and then proceed in the rest of the tournament, because they do have a good shot.
Well, you know, after watching the basketball teams, that you can never doubt the Syracuse. What we can do.
Exactly. The Orange are strong no matter what sport we play in.
And I'm sure we're all going to have to tune in and watch.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be so exciting.
Well, let's root for them, and we'll hope for the best.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Go Orange. And when we come back, What the Health will be joining us to tell you what to eat to get that perfect summer body.
And Emma Cunnington and Ashley Plume to talk in studio about their senior fashion collections.
We'll see you here right in a minute.
If I got to go to college, oh my goodness. I like discovering new things. You get to see what works for you and what doesn't. That helps you evolve as a person. You get to make like a supernova of skill or talent or whatever it is. I've always wanted to go to college. I just feel like that's my destiny. My name is Queen, and I am your dividend.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play, what you wear, how you dance, or even what direction life takes you. You just need to be there. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed ours.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
Well, welcome back to Juice and Java. Here with me now is Haley Champion to tell us what to eat and to get that perfect summer body. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yes, of course, I'm happy to be here.
So I know that you're from What the Health. Can you tell us a little bit about what the Health is for those who may not know?
Yeah, What the Health is an on-campus student-produced magazine, and it is for both male and female students. It's just to get people involved in eating healthy, working out, and mental health throughout campus and college life.
That's good. It's definitely good for us to know and be aware on the college campuses. So what exactly is your role in What the Health?
I'm one of the senior editors. I specifically head off the Feel Great section, so all of the workouts and fitness aspects of it.
That's great. That's really exciting. So then what is this issue, is it the last issue of this semester?
Yes, we only have one issue per semester. So this issue is going to be coming out within the first week of May. We don't have a full date for sure yet. But this issue, some of the stuff I'm really excited about is we have a full 3-week workout plan from one of our writers, Liam Corfield, and he's actually a physical trainer on campus and a student. So I'm really excited to see what he's put together for a full workout plan for the summer.
Do you talk about food and what we should maybe be eating this summer to try and stay healthy?
Of course, a lot of different foods that are popular right now. We have a full breakfast, lunch, dinner avocado spread of what you can do with all of your avocados for all of those lovers out there, because I know everyone's craving those. We have a bunch of different bean spreads this summer, so like lentils, natto, whatever you can do with your beans. All the recipes look amazing. There's even a bean brownie recipe.
Ooh, that sounds
within
good.
the magazine. I'm ready to try it myself. And other food stuff. It's a lot of there's homemade granola bars and a bunch of different recipes throughout the magazine. Just sweet and savory snacks and how you can transform one to the other. And yeah, we're really excited about all the different food in it.
Do you guys taste test these before to try them out, or do you just trust the nutritionists?
Honestly, most of our writers and editors have done the recipe before or have tried it beforehand, just so we know it's actually decent. But no, most of the people who recommend the recipes have used it in the past. And well, yeah.
So we'll trust them.
Yes, please trust them. They're good.
So is there anything else, I know specifically exercises you have in there that you find particularly important that we should really look out for in the issue?
There's going to be an article on global fitness and all the different big trends in other countries. And that article is really interesting, and it's a way to kind of see what other people are doing around the world and their major form of fitness. And I'm sure most of them are things that you can find at home over the summer.
Cool. So when exactly is this coming out again, and where can we find it?
It's coming out the first week of May, and I'm sure we'll have a hosting party for the first issue coming out, and we'll put it around campus, and it'll be in all different dorms and schools around campus, and it should be fairly easily accessible.
Great. And then can we follow you on any social media in any ways?
Yes, there's What the Health. If you look it up online, there's a full website, and it has all the different articles and all of our past issues. Or on Instagram and Twitter and all of the above if you just look up What the Health.
All right, great. Well, thank you so much for coming in and talking to us. We're really excited to read up on the issue. And
those tips will help us look at our best in those fashions. Emma Cunningham and Ashley Bloom are here to tell us their collections. Thanks so much for coming in, guys. How excited are you for the fashion show?
I definitely excited, definitely ready for it to be over.
Yeah, definitely.
But in the best way.
Yeah. And you've worked so hard this semester and the whole 4 years you were here. So can you tell me a little bit about your collections?
Yeah. So basically, like as a class, it's kind of like a year-long process. We start obviously fall semester. We work basically like on 3 major collections, but that's just kind of like designs and sketchings and fabric swatches. But by the end of the fall semester, you were supposed to choose one of those 3 to like kind of commit and take into the spring semester, and that's all the sewing, everything that we lose sleep over. Yeah. So, but obviously it's so worth it. So, in the end, what the collection I chose to work on is kind of looking at the idea of the beauty of corrosion over time, where instead of the negative end where the breaking down of and destruction of corrosion, it's more kind of like everyday objects that stay in time, but the new layers and colors that come about.
And is this one of your pieces?
Yeah, so this is just an example of all the fabric that I'm using are different patterns and colors, so it's a lot of pattern blocking. So, but in a way they kind of work together. So here it's obviously the same kind of color story, but then I have, hand stitched these new kind of textural things to help, the idea of like growing on top. Yeah.
And for your collection?
So I went a different way. My collection is based off of Studio 54, and so I created a transgender clothing line. So I really focus on fit in my collection and how it's going to fit the body. So all of my models are actually drag queens. I have all guys with padding, so I really try to work around like this unique form and kind of do acceptance.
Very difficult too to like switch because you're used to working with women's bodies, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's definitely been a challenge working off of the mannequins that we have in the warehouse and trying to get it to fit their bodies but it's been an incredible experience.
Yeah. And what were your inspirations for this collection, and how do you think the other seniors are gearing up for this event?
Basically, the inspiration mainly for like my collection. So the one thing that stood out to me were like the colors that would just grow over time. Going back to the whole idea of like even if it's paint rusting or your bedroom wall could be turquoise, but in 50 years all of a sudden this red would be created from behind it when it moves away. So I was just really inspired by the color and textures. I'm always like into patterns, so I wanted to do that.
Nice.
Yeah, I was inspired by like acceptance really of like the body and getting rid of all body like stereotypes and anything, just really being like free. That's
amazing. When can we see the show too? When is the show? And
oh my gosh, so it's this Thursday, which is insane, but this Thursday, April 28th, there's a show at 12:30 and then 7:30 p.m. So.
Awesome. Well, we'll definitely all be there to see your creations. I think it's going to be incredible to see all the hard work you've done throughout the year. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, it's almost final season, so our Juice and Java correspondent, Janice Higgins, broke down the best places to study on campus. Stay with us.
Thank you, dear. Well, you're very supple, just like I was at your age. Back then, I was a sex expert. Used to call me the buttered biscuit. I know about birth control, too. So you can ask me anything, baby.
BEDSDER.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
Have you had sex in this car yet?
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Preventing wildfires. That's all Smokey wants for his 70th birthday.
Thanks for sticking with us. The semester is almost over, and you know what that means. To cause a little less stress, I want to round up on the best spots to study on campus.
Finals week is approaching. Where will you head to study?
I'm here at Bird Library, where you might find a lot of your classmates drinking this and dressed like this.
Bird Library is a popular place for students to study. They don't call it Club Bird for nothing. If you're looking for no distractions, you might want to avoid the first floor. But the library isn't the only place to get some work done. Some of your colleagues have some alternate recommendations.
So, finals week is approaching, so what is your favorite place to study?
I personally like studying at the Shine Underground Computer Lab.
Why there?
It's kind of quiet and peaceful, so I can focus. And my cell phone doesn't work there, so it keeps me off distraction, I guess.
So, where is your favorite place to study on campus?
Definitely Bird or Panache Lounge.
Okay. Why those two places?
I like being around people, but they're still quiet enough that you can concentrate. You're not secluded and all by yourself. So I like just being around people, not necessarily talking to them, but just like being near them.
What are your favorite places on campus to study?
To study, the Kimmel Computer Cluster, like right under Kimmel. It's usually like quiet if you get one of those rooms. If that's crowded, then I guess you gotta hit a Bird. That's basically it.
Wherever you decide to study, make sure you're prepared. Stay hydrated with water, pack a healthy snack like a fruit, maybe an orange, and keep a stress ball by your side. Remember, you can do this. Study hard, Syracuse.
We certainly will, thanks Candace. Do you need something to do this weekend? There are plenty of activities happening in Syracuse. Today is Earth Fest, a free community-wide sustainability-themed music and art festival celebrating Earth Day. The festival has art installations, local food and craft vendors, prominent speakers, and live bands. The festival is taking place at the Thornton Park Amphitheater on Monday from 12 to 1 p.m.
There's a healthy Monday meditation session taking place in the lower level chapel at Hendricks. The event is free for everyone. On Monday at 5:15 p.m., there's a Move It Monday fitness class, which is Blacklight Zumba. The event is taking place in Flanagan Gymnasium, and participants are encouraged to wear white. On Tuesday, April 26th, Alton Brown, the mad food scientist, is visiting Syracuse at Krause-Heinz Theater at 8 p.m. To see what food experiments he will demonstrate, visit the Slove box office at the On Center. Ticket prices range from $35 to $65.
And the Senior Fashion Designer Collection is this week, and the actual fashion show is April 28th. It's going to be a great place for you to see all the senior designs that the seniors have made throughout the year. The times of the show are 12:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Tickets are available at the Shine box office from Thursday, April 28th to Sunday, May 1st. The Syracuse International Film Festival will be hosting the 3rd annual Spring Fest. It is taking place at the Palace Theater and is $10 for one day, $25 for a day couple pass or single festival passes, and $40 for a festival couple pass. The panel of judges will select the best in local films for the attendees to view.
On Friday, April 29th, the Disney Aristocrat Kids will be at the On Center Civic Center Theater. Tickets range from $10 to $18.50. Also on Friday, University Union's Mayfest and Block Party will be an ongoing event throughout the day. Chance the Rapper and the Chainsmokers will be headlining Block Party.
After the break, the world's favorite little prince stayed up past his bedtime. Stay tuned to find out why.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Hey, my name's Katie, and I'm in the 9th grade. I'm an A average student, and I'm an athlete working towards a scholarship. And everybody tells me how much potential I have. But I just wish someone would tell me where my next meal is coming from. Katie, how'd I do?
Do you have to be so serious?
Well, I mean, I did like a crazy dance in a movie if you want me to, like, you know, do a little, no.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
The Obamas headed to Kensington Palace Friday evening to visit the royal family. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge invited the presidential couple to join them for a small dinner.
They also left their little prince stay up 15 minutes past his bedtime to show off the rocking horse the Obamas gave him as an infant. And
so cute. I think
cute.
Prince George is such a cute little kid. He's so photogenic too as a baby.
And I just want to add too about the rumors that maybe Kate is pregnant again.
Oh, that would be amazing.
And apparently there might be rumor that she's having twins.
Oh.
So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on a baby bump might be in the future.
Definitely, and that's just so exciting for everybody and even us in America too.
Yeah, so we'll see.
And before the end of our last show, we wanted to take a minute to say a bittersweet farewell to one of our hosts.
Maddie Stessman is graduating this May, and she has been a part of the Juice and Java show since the beginning, and we're very sad to see her go. I know I've been working with her since the very beginning of the show, and she's put so much hard effort into this.
And she's just so good at what she does, too. I love listening to her and watching her host. She just knows what she's doing and brings that bright, happy energy, and she works so hard on it, too.
I know, definitely one of the faces since the very beginning, and we're sad to see her go, but I'm sure whatever she does, she's going to find so much success and happiness in whatever she goes into.
And she'll just be so successful too, because she has that drive, she has that positive, happy energy that we all fell in love with too at the show. And coming in, this was my first time being at the show this year, and she just welcomed me with open arms, told me what to do, how to do it, and just really guided me. It was kind of like a mentor to me, so I'm really sad.
She's definitely been a mentor in all of our lives, and we thank her so much. So thanks, Maddie,
for everything you do. And on behalf of everyone here at Juice and Java, thank you for all the hard work you have done for this show, Maddie. We love ya and we'll miss ya. And that's all we have for Juice and Java.
Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram for even more content.
We'll see you in the fall. For Juice and Java, I'm Rebecca Thornberg.
And I'm Jackie Prager. Have a great week, Syracuse.